Hey everyone, this is Jen. We are doing some yoga this morning. Hope everyone is having a really nice mid-week feel, all that wonderful stuff. Oh, it's interesting. Yesterday I bumped into a friend who, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I certainly needed to hear it. And we were talking about, I had my arm situation, whatever. And this particular situation, when I Googled it, it was like, it's like stress related. And that got me thinking, like, a week or whatever ago, I was like, am I actually stressed? Like, it took a step back and was like, okay, let's think about this from a very unbiased perspective. Am I stressed? Because I generally would be like, I'm not that stressed. I'm like very not stressed. But then she made a really great point. And again, whoever needs to hear this, like you may or may not buy into this, but I kind of buy into, I never thought about it from this perspective. Stress is different from stress management, right? So when I look at things and I'm like, I'm really not that stressed. But being able to manage your stress is totally different from whether you actually experience stress or not. And the other thing is, the whole stress thing, we generally lump it into like, kind of like a bad situation of, my life feels like, it's falling apart, blah, blah, blah. But it could also be, and this is like maybe an unconventional take on things, but stress could also be like happy stress or like just heightened emotions stress. So not like a bad, like negative connotation, but like just like a lot of things happening or whatever that you might not kind of put in the category of stress that might actually just have heightened your level of emotions or whatever. So you feel more things, potentially causing you to experience the potential of having stress-related issues. So anyway, that I thought was really interesting, the difference between one, stress and stress management, and then also stress, good things versus bad things, or what we think of as good things or bad things. So anyway, you may not be feeling stressed. Like I don't feel like I am stressed, but maybe we are experiencing it. Who knows? So the whole point of it is just in case you ever need to take a break or whatever, take your break. It's okay. You do not need to justify it at all. We are doing twists today. Hey, hello, Molly. Hey, how's it going? We are doing twists today. So definitely take it. The cool thing about twists is I think is that like you can really take it as much and as deeply as you want to take it. But I think the cool thing about it also is that there's always kind of a little bit more to go. And when you find that just like that millimeter, little bit of extra twist, that feeling is so nice. And I mentioned it yesterday, which was just, you can do like, your general strength things or whatever, flexibility things this way and, forward folds this way. But the twists, we sometimes just don't get in our kind of daily activities, like our normal routine. So it's such a nice way to get our spines moving and in different directions and keeping it super healthy and flexible and having that range of motion to work with, because why not? So anyway, we'll start in a super comfortable seat. So left leg crossed in front of right. Just relax your hands on your lap. Whatever feels natural, comfortable to you. Take a moment here to close down your eyes. Empty out your lungs. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a full deep inhale through your nose. Breathe deep. Fill up your lungs. On your exhale, start to relax your face, your neck, your shoulders down away from your ears. Do that one more time. Full deep inhale through your nose. And exhale out through your nose. And gently tuck your chin in toward your chest. And on your next inhale, stay tall here as you let your head roll over your left shoulder. Continue to roll your head all the way back. Take your time, really allow your head to fall heavy. Let your head fall over your right shoulder. Lose any tension in your shoulders here. And chin back down toward your chest. We'll do that one more time. Full deep inhale. Head over your left shoulder. Good. Take it all the way back. Nice and tall, lifted. Super. head over your right shoulder. And chin down toward your chest. Your next inhale, chin up, eyes open. And we'll start with a super easy spine twist. So right leg is still bent. We'll take this left foot, flatten it outside of our right knee. Left hand close to the base of your spine. Reach your right arm all the way up high toward the ceiling. And right away, try to get this right elbow outside of your left thigh, even if it's just a little bit, right? I'm like barely there, totally fine. All right, we're just getting started. Definitely though, use your left hand to prop yourself up. Really get yourself super tall. Drop your left butt cheek down toward the floor. And then staying super tall, use the leverage of your right arm against your left leg to push and twist. Keep your navel pulled in tight. One more time, inhale, lift. You'll notice your left leg might provide a little resistance and wants to drop down to the left. Keep your left kneecap facing up toward the ceiling and your left butt cheek pressed down toward the floor. Good. And then let's gently untwist. Super focused in on twist, hinge forward, and then lift yourself up. Try without the use of your hands, right? Just lifting yourself up and then gently sit yourself back down. And we'll do that just one more time. I'm gonna scoot back just a hair. And then so hinge and lift yourself up. So you're in this kind of awkward position. We're gonna stay right here. Lift your right arm all the way up high again. This is kind of a little bit awkward, twisty situation. We're gonna keep that place as you let this right arm again go outside of your left leg. Go twist. Good. And then from here, we'll take one more breath. Inhale, lift up a little bit taller so you can get more of your front body up off of your thigh. And exhale, twist. And still with this like weird, awkward situation, we'll take this left arm and wrap it around our back. All right, so left arm wrapped around your back, perfect. And then we'll take one more breath here. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Yup. And exhale, draw your left shoulder back, open up your chest a little bit more. Nice. And gently, let's untwist. Bring your hands into prayer position and then just step this left foot out to the left. So this is our like normal kneeling position. So we just have about like railroad tracks distance, hip width distance between your feet. We'll do our twist again. So inhale, reach your right arm all the way up, almost like exalted warrior, and give yourself just a little bit of a stretch through your right hip flexor, lift. And again, we're coming over and to the outside of this left thigh. Push. Open your chest, draw your left shoulder back, and as you inhale and you pull your navel in tight, so you can get more again of your upper body lifted up off of your thigh, and then twist a little bit deeper. You've got one more round. Inhale, lift, lengthen, so you can get more of your upper body off your thigh, and exhale, twist. Good. From here, your right arm is probably already kind of in this setup for a prayer position, your right hand towards the center of your chest. See if you can just match it. So hands into the center of your chest, push, twist. Another option for your hands, just in case like this prayer position feels kind of awkward or you're like dumping a little bit, take your right hand into a fist and your left palm open and use that left open palm to push into your fist. See if you might be able to twist a little bit deeper. The key is that long spine though. So inhale, lengthen again, right? Really lengthen out of your crown, out of your tail. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Nice. Good, and let's gently untwist. So hands come back into the center of your chest. Use your strong core to gently lift your left foot to the outside of your right knee, and then slowly sit yourself all the way back down to the floor. Unwind your legs, and we'll swap our legs for right leg in front of left. Return back to that comfortable seat. Hands on your lap or on either side, and again, close down your eyes. Feel your shoulders drop back. Lower down away from your ears. Full deep inhale through your nose. Get tall, get long. Exhale again. One more time. Full deep inhale through your nose. Lift. Exhale it out again. Gently tuck your chin in toward your chest. Your next inhale, head over your right shoulder. Slow, let your head gently roll back toward the back of your space. You're so tall, so lifted here. Head over your left shoulder. Chin down toward your chest. One more time. Head over your right shoulder. Let your head roll all the way back. Good. Head over your left shoulder. And chin down toward your chest. Good. Your next inhale, chin up, head up, eyes open. Good, we'll keep this left leg bent. Take your right foot over the outside of your left knee. And notice just in that transition, your right butt cheek might lift up. Just simply drop it down, no problem. Right knee faces up toward the ceiling, right hand close to the base. Lift your left arm all the way up and find that length. Really use that reset. Left elbow outside of your right thigh. It might just be a little bit. If you can do more, totally do more. Otherwise, just lift up tall on your inhale. Especially on these twists, we generally think, well, we gotta twist, right? But of course, on our inhales, we wanna find that length first before we do any of that twisting whatsoever. So take your time here, especially as we transition into the second side. Take your time on your inhales. You lift, lift, lift. Really take use of that right hand behind you to help prop yourself up. And then exhale, really feel that twist. Maybe you look past your right shoulder. Push your arm against your leg against your arm. Drop your right hip down. Stay super tall. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. So many things. Good. And gently, let's untwist. Good, the thing about it, once we spend a little bit of time in it, it feels slightly more manageable, right? So again, we're not using hands here. So either hands in front, hands in prayer as you hinge forward. Lift yourself up off of the floor. So you're ending up in this weird kind of kneeling position. And gently sit yourself down. And I'm gonna do that one more time, but scoot back a little bit. So hinge and go lift. And we're gonna stay in this little awkward position. Inhale, lift your left arm all the way up. And see if you can get again this left arm outside of your right thigh. We have a little bit of lift of our torso, so maybe you can get more of your left arm outside of your right thigh. As you can see, I don't have much more of my arm outside of my thigh, but that's okay. Continue to draw your right shoulder back. And if you'd like to give yourself this little assist, if it's helpful to you, I do a little bit of, I end up rounding actually a little bit. But if you can find a little bit more surface area and then lift yourself up out of it, get strong. See if you might be able to twist a little bit deeper. Yes, open up your shoulder or your chest. Good. And then we'll take this right arm all the way around and use this. Maybe you touch just about your left hip flexor area. It's good balance for sure. Draw your right shoulder back, relax your shoulders away from your ears, and really open up through your chest. Hopefully your spine's starting to feel a little bit more familiar, more comfortable in this position, in this twist. Take one more breath, lengthen, good. And exhale, go twist. Maybe you start to notice also where your left hand is relative to your chest, right? It kind of hits just about center. Good. And then gently, let's untwist. Sometimes the untwisting, that transition feels funny. And then from here, hands into the center of your chest, weight into your left leg. Ooh. Step your right foot out into a normal kneeling position, so your feet just in those railroad tracks, about hip width apart. Here we go. Inhale, lift your left arm up. And do like a baby little exalted warrior, so feel a little bit of a stretch through my left side hip. And then exhale, we're coming into it again. This left arm outside of right thigh. Open your chest. This entire time, really, as you crunch forward, it's easy to dump your chest. I'm very much exaggerating right now, but instead of thinking of your upper body, the front side facing down toward the floor, really lift up light and allow your upper body to kind of face your right thigh, right? Really open up through your chest. Push your arm, right hand against your right thigh, maybe get a little bit more surface area. And even if that involves a little bit of a crunching situation, you see if you can lengthen once you've positioned yourself. Now your left hand at this point in time, if you just kind of bring your wrist back, it's so funny because this is like a extension of our wrist. And I always have to think about it because I always think of this as flex. But anyway, you bring your hands into the prayer position and then open up through your chest. And again, we're just noticing if your hand is all the way over your right shoulder, it is likely the case, maybe not, but it is likely the case that our upper body is dumped as well. So if that's true, we just simply lift ourselves up. And when we think about dumping, it might not be like a severe dump. It might be a very light one, right? Where we're just kind of like using our thigh to support our upper body weight a little bit. So we might not view it as dumping, but we are kind of like being more passive rather than active. So that's sort of what we are looking for, a little bit more activity there. And then maybe our hands can come into center of chest. And notice here another thing, it's easy to get in this situation where elbow to elbow is like 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Think of instead, because you notice my upper body is kind of dumped over my thigh. Think of instead creating like a 45-degree angle, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, elbow. And I think a couple of things will happen just by lifting yourself up into this 45-degree position. One, it'll be like very difficult to dump, right? You'll just have less default of sinking down. You'll naturally want to lift yourself up, all right? And you'll find yourself in a taller position, a longer spine, likely. If this is not working for you, meaning your hand is still quite close to your shoulder, no problem, right? This is what we're working on, practicing. You can fist up your left hand, right? Notice it's closer to like my right shoulder than it is my chest right now. And then take your right open palm, push. We're just gently trying to move these hands closer to the center of our chest. Open through your front body, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Super good. And gently, let's undo, unwind. Ooh. Hands into the center of your chest. We'll take this right foot very carefully outside our left knee and slowly sit ourselves back down. Very good. Let's unwind these legs. So your right knee out, left knee out. Your feet may be about a little bit wider than your hip width, so mat width apart maybe. Let your knees drop over to your right hand side. Lift up tall, pull your navel in tight. And gently come back through center, knees face up toward the ceiling. Let these knees fall over to our left. Good. Still lift up tall. Good. And then come back through center. We do that one more time. So knees fall over to your right hand side. Okay, so we do a couple of things. I'm just gonna switch my orientation real quick. So your knees have dropped over to your right hand side, your right leg, face your right leg, I should say. Right hand close with your hips. Lift your left arm up and allow this left elbow to tap down outside of your right thigh. And then lift yourself up again. Lengthen, elbow. As you open your chest, push your hips slight forward, your elbow just taps outside of your right thigh. Good, lift yourself up. Twice more. Go lift, hips slight forward, elbow taps outside of your right thigh. Notice how long I'm trying to keep my spine here as I tap down. One more time, inhale, lengthen, lift, pull your navel in tight, push your hips forward, elbow taps down, go outside of your right thigh. Good, lift, Knees come back up, and then drop your knees over to your left-hand side. Again, I'm just changing my orientation. Face your left leg. Left hand close with your hips, and feel that push of your hips slight forward as you inhale. Reach your right arm up. It's a little bit of a strengthy exercise. You might feel a little bit of pressure into your left hand, core strength to keep yourself lifted. Right elbow goes outside of your left thigh. It's interesting. This side feels a lot more tricky for me. Shift, lift, right? And find that twist, right? This side feels like it's a little bit less willing to twist. It's okay. Let's do it again, two more times. Lift up tall, push your right hip forward, and get this right elbow, outside of this thigh. Lift, return. One more time. Go lengthen, lift, 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 lift. Hinge, hinge, hinge. This time we're staying down. Okay. Let's bring these forearms flat against the floor. Let me walk these hands out a little bit farther. So right now, as I look back toward my left thigh, not staying like that, but do a quick peek. Your forearms are this number 11 shape, and they are perpendicular to your left thigh. Lengthen out through your spine. So no rounding here, lengthen out through your spine. And we'll take a couple of breaths here. So best you can, even though we're a little twisted, we're working square up, right? Facing this left thigh, outside of left thigh, and squaring up evenly through this number 11 arm shape. Take an inhale, lengthen, right? Just like a halfway lift. Exhale, hold. All right, a little bit of spine strength there. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, hold. Good. From this place, we're gonna try twisting a little bit deeper. So take your left palm to the floor and continue to push into your left palm, starting to twist through your spine just a little bit more. And again, you've heard this time and time again, but it's easy right here as you start to get deeper into your twist for us to round. It doesn't look like it, right? Visually, I'm looking at myself in this video and I'm like, oh, it doesn't look like I'm rounding and I could be twisting from here. But I know that feeling is very like dumped right now. If I can lift up, create length, shoulder away from ear, and then push into my left palm and then peek over my left shoulder. Ooh, that is a twist. Stay here for 2 more breaths. So inhale, lengthen out through your crown. I'm thinking about lengthening through this low back area. And then exhale, push into your left palm, twist a little bit deeper. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, push, go. Twist. Go, twist. I feel super wrung out. And twist. Nice. And gently, let's return this left forearm back down to the floor. And feel how this feels again, just in this twisted position. Right now, our legs are separated. We'll just simply take this right leg on top of our left leg. So now our legs are stacked, and see if we can walk your arms out even more to your left, right? Just in case that stack got you a little bit more untwisted. Okay, 2 breaths here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stay. Open chest. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, stay. Now staying lifted, right? Using your strong chest. Again, prop your left palm onto the floor. Left palm. And then push, push, twist, twist. Open your chest. We'll do that one more time here. Inhale, lengthen out through your spine. And exhale, push into your left palm. Twist, 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 twist. Good. Return again, your left forearm down to the floor. And then change these elbows into hands as you push yourself up. We're gonna do a couple more things on this same side. So let's return these legs, they're squeezed together. And we'll just bring ourselves into a little squatty position. So real quick then, find boat. flex your feet, extend your legs, and let's do a quick snap in. See if you can sit yourself into a little squat. We'll do it 2 times. So snap your heels in. Ooh, that didn't work for me. That's why we have that 2-time try. And then sit yourself back down. Find your boat. It's a quick snap in, right? So I like to extend my legs, do a quick snap in, heels in close, go. Snap in, there it is. Hands in prayer position. If it didn't work, no problem. You can try it again. I'll give you time for sure. And whenever you are in this position, find this place where your knees are angled slightly downward and you bring your hands into the center of your chest. Take an inhale, lift your right arm up high toward the ceiling, left arm can go back a hair, almost like that gentle tilt of your exalted. And let's take this right arm outside of our left leg. As I'm doing this, by the way, my spine is super, super long, touching it to the outside. One more time. Inhale, go. Reach, find this extension, your front body super long, your back body super long. Lift, lift, lift. And exhale, right arm goes outside of your left thigh. Check your hands in prayer position. Right now you can see my hand is way over to my left shoulder. And you do a couple things. Push, lift, hand closer to the center of my chest. So anytime in any class, when you're working on twisting, it's not just your hand that's moving, it's your entire spine that's twisting, hands into the center, or again, you fist up the bottom one, push with your open palm with your top one. We're only taking 2 more breaths here. So on your inhale, again, lengthen, really easy to fall heavy. Exhale, push, twist. Good. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Think of pulling your navel in, lifting, growing a couple of inches. Exhale, push, twist, twist, twist. Good, very careful. Let's untwist. And then gently sit yourself down. Ooh. Find ourselves back in our open knee position. Let's drop our knees. What did we do earlier? Knees to our left. Good. And then come back through center. Knees drop down to our right. And through center. As we transition through these postures, think about still maintaining that length down both sides of your body. So you're super tall, strong core. Center. And then one more time, knees out to the right, and we'll hold. So right hand close with your base. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And again, we're finding that huge twist as your left arm touches the outside of the right thigh. Forearm comes down. Forearm comes down. Walk yourself to that place where you find some length in your spine, where when you look down toward your right thigh, you're relatively perpendicular, forearms to your thigh. 2 breaths here, easy to dump. So you want to take that inhale, go long. Good, stay, exhale, hold. Again, we'll take another inhale, go lengthen. Good. And this is a good way, especially we've just gone kind of aggressively on one side. Exhale, stay, to find some length, to find a little reset in between before we get too aggressive. Now, if you're ready for it, you're just taking your right hand, replacing your right elbow. Now, the moment you do this, you'll notice your upper body wants to collapse over your left-hand side. So maybe just finding yourself square is our first sort of challenge, right? What do they say when you want to achieve a goal? They're like different milestones. This is our first milestone, just finding that length, having our palm down, elbow down. If you're ready for those 2 breaths to take you a little bit twistier, On your inhale, lengthen. Remember to drop this right shoulder away from your ear. And then exhale, push into your palm. Open your chest, find that really nice twist. Maybe it doesn't feel really nice just quite yet. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, push into your palm, go. Twist, twist, twist. Nice. And then gently return your right elbow down toward the floor. I'm just gonna try to switch my orientation real quick. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna take my top leg, my left leg, and place it right over my right. So I'm a little bit crunchy at the moment. I'm gonna walk my elbows, forearms out, and this will be a little bit different maybe for you and me, so you decide how much you need to walk out. And then beyond that, how much you want to kind of continue twisting your upper body over. So as I do a quick peek, I'm sort of perpendicular with my thighs. Okay, let's take 2 breaths just to demonstrate some control, establish our initial position. So lengthen. It's likely the weight is kind of only on your right arm. So we're doing the best that we can to evenly distribute that situation. And then one more breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Good. And exhale, we stay. Remember, you can always stay with your both forearms on the floor. You do not have to do the little asymmetrical situation. But if you're looking to do a little bit more, your body is like, hey, that's cool, let's do it. Right palm to the floor. And just notice how your body responds to this. Again, it's very natural for your body to dump left. Continue to lengthen on your inhale. And then exhale, push into your right palm. Look past your right shoulder. Continue to twist. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. All right, really find that length. And then exhale, push, twist, go, twist, twist, go, twist. Nice work. Gently, let's return these forearms down. Find a quick rest. And we'll place these elbows with our hands. Push ourselves up, come back through center. And then from here, we have another 2 opportunities to get ourselves into that squatty position from boat. Here we go. Start with your boat pose, flex your feet, straighten out these legs, and snap your heels in, go. Whoa, snap. I didn't make it the first time. Let's try it again. Maybe it's like a function, I don't know, I can't even tell. Like I made up my mind to do it and then it didn't happen. So I don't know if it's because we're just unwinding out of the spine twist situation. So straighten out your legs. Think of a really, really fast snap of your heels. In, go, snap. There it is. All right. Again, I cannot explain it. Maybe it's because we just did the twist. Who knows? Bring your legs to your knees together. Remember, feel free to try for that 3rd round. Eventually, we'll meet here. And eventually, you angle your knees slightly downward, hands into the center of your chest. Just for some lengthening, some reset, we'll take this left arm up, right arm kind of just back behind you, and use this left arm to almost like pull yourself up taller. Yes. And then on your exhale, stay really controlled in your core as you take your left arm to the outside of your right thigh. Just get a feel for it. Maybe you even give yourself a little push and twist. All right, one more time. Inhale, go send your left arm all the way up, right arm back, open, open, lengthen, lengthen. Yes, and then stay long even as you're crunching this left arm outside of your right thigh. This time we meet our hands and we push your arm against leg to lift yourself up. Find that length in your low back. Hands into the center of your chest, push. A couple things, again, we want to check. It's very normal, right? So no big deal if your hands are closer to your right shoulder than they are to your chest. No problem. Couple things we can do, right? Hand pushing against this right thigh to give ourselves more surface area. Then bring our hands into the center of your chest. But always we continue with those breaths. So on your inhale, think about growing a couple of inches longer. and then push twist a little bit deeper. Your other hand option, you fist up your bottom one, you open palm the top one, and push, right? And this might give you a little bit more leverage to find that twist, to find that push of your arm against your leg. Relax these shoulders down and stay for 2 more breaths. Lengthen. Maybe you look past your right shoulder. Exhale, twist. Super good. Stay with me. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Nice. Exhale, push, go, twist. 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 Good. Let's gently, untwist. And lower these hands down. Sit yourself down. Straighten out these legs. And we'll take a couple of stretches forward. We haven't done a ton of hamstring stuff, but this will just feel nice after all that squatty position. So hands behind you, lift yourself up, flex your feet back towards your face, and give yourself a gentle hinge. All right, so it doesn't need to be super deep. Actually, this is a perfect opportunity. You've probably heard me say before with these forward folds, yes, of course, we want to get like a nice hamstring stretch, which is always really nice, feels good, all those things. But the second thing we want to look for, I'm not even saying second as in second place, like second priority, but they're neck and neck, and what you want to look for in a forward fold, it's that low back length, right? And because we've spent so much time doing those twists today, maybe you can find that often overlooked low back stretch here in this forward fold. Now, if it is the case that it's your hamstrings that are preventing you from going deeper or from, kind of feeling good about this whole situation, you can always bend up your legs. And this is a good way to practice just in case you sort of have to end up choosing, right? Either you get a stretch in your hamstrings or you get the stretch in your low back. So by bending your legs, you can really afford to focus on the length in your spine. And then if you are feeling a little bit better, more warmed up, whatever the situation may be, you can then start to little bit send your heels out away from you while preserving the length in your spine, and maybe start getting into your hamstring stretch as well. All right, real quick here. Your next inhale, upright your spine, take your right arm all the way up. And we're just gonna take a quick saw as you take your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, left foot, and gently lift yourself up, reach. Do that 1 more time. Lift, saw it outside, get your arm somewhere along the outside of your left leg, and then lift yourself up tall again. Maybe it's the top of your hand hitting the outside of your left foot. Maybe you want to grab onto the outside of your left foot. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, lengthen. I'm still using my left hand to kind of push me to lengthen out through my spine. And then exhale, see if you might be able to pick up this left hand, maybe toward your right hip flexor area, inner thigh area, and twist. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, go twist. Good, gently. Let's unwind this back arm. Unwind this outside of our leg situation. Return to your right arm all the way up tall. And gently lower this right hand down close to the base of your spine. Other side, inhale. Go left arm, reaches up, get yourself tall. Match your spine with the length of this left arm. And then we'll gently do this little slice outside of our right leg, right foot. Right, just get a feel for that. Good, and then unwind it. As you come up again, get a little taller, go lift. Keep that length as you start to saw, and again on the outside of your right leg. You can decide, you wanna keep your arm, you don't even have to grab onto your foot, by the way, you can just kind of push against your leg, so you don't even need to be remotely close to your foot, you can be out here, and it achieves the same kind of goal, which is that twist that we're looking for. But I'm just gonna match what I did on the other side. I'm a little bit rounded at the moment, so I need to fix that. Take a couple breaths, right? On your inhale, I'm gonna use this right hand behind me to lift, lengthen, right? Shoulders away. On your exhale, see if you might be able to twist. And maybe take this right arm back behind. Maybe your fingers peek out towards your left thigh somewhere. And we'll do another breath here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, draw your right shoulder back. Feel your both butt cheeks even against the floor as you twist. Lengthen, lengthen, twist. And twist. So nice. Let's gently untwist. Release this arm, release this solver left arm. Go lift your left arm up tall. And gently release this left hand down. We'll take both arms up. Inhale, go arms all the way up high toward the ceiling. Let's fold it all the way down, preserving length best you can. Hold for one breath. Inhale, lengthen, shoulders away from your ears. Stay for your exhale, hold. Your next inhale, we simply reach ourselves all the way up high toward the ceiling. Give me a cactus here. Go, elbows out wide, chest up, open up. Inhale, go. Arms all the way up, lengthen. And push it out right, left, lower, all the way down. Nice work today. Again, all these twists, they're probably not exactly what you're gonna find in a yoga class. And in fact, the kind of the sequence that we did will probably never be in a yoga class because that was very, very, very twist heavy. But the idea definitely today was purely working on these twists. And I hope that you feel a little bit more wrung out. That's definitely the idea. Because again, I feel like with a lot of different movements, we, even in a milder version, we find somehow in some way within our daily activities. So the right, the lefts, the forwards, the backs, but the twisting we might dabble here and there, but really a dedicated amount of time to focusing in on those twists is huge. And it feels terrible at first sometimes, right? But hopefully with practice and repetition, it does get better with time, patience, all that wonderful stuff. So thank you for having the patience and the time to work on those twists today. Great job, Molly. I will see you tomorrow for cardio, of course. And we want to make sure we're hydrated, especially it's been a little bit hot the last couple of days. So definitely be prepared and we'll get it done. Great job today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It looks like it's going to be a nice one. No more rain for us. And I will definitely see you tomorrow. All right. Have a good one, my friends. Bye.